Every breath you take exists because of an ancient disaster. A disaster so powerful it changed the oceans, the atmosphere, and the future of life itself. But the strange part is this. The disaster was caused by life. Not by an asteroid, not by a volcano, not by humans. Earth's first global crisis began with something invisible. A gas that today keeps you alive. Once threatened many of Earth's earliest organisms. So how did oxygen become both a danger and the foundation for almost everything alive today? To find the answer, we have to travel back billions of years. A world where oxygen barely existed. A planet that looked nothing like the one we know.
No forests, no animals, no humans. But Earth was not empty.
Hidden beneath the waves, life had already begun. And for billions of years, these organisms survived without oxygen. They had adapted perfectly to their world. But then, something changed. A tiny organism discovered a completely new way to survive. And without knowing it, this tiny discovery would transform an entire planet.
The question is, what could possibly change an entire planet? Surely it had to be something enormous.
A mountain. Perhaps an ocean. Or maybe the planet itself. But the answer was none of them. The greatest planetary transformation began with something almost invisible. A tiny organism called cyanobacteria. They had discovered something no organism had done before. Instead of relying only chemicals from their surroundings, they learned to harvest energy directly from sunlight. It was one of the most important innovations in the history of life. But every breakthrough came with an unexpected consequence.
Each time they made food, they released a waste product.
That waste product was oxygen. Not a weapon, not a poison, just waste. The microbes had no idea they were changing their world. And for millions of years, Earth barely noticed. For millions of years, oxygen was being produced every single day. But hidden beneath the oceans, something extraordinary was beginning. So why wasn't the atmosphere filling with oxygen? Because Earth was quietly absorbing it. The oceans acted like a giant chemical sponge. Almost every oxygen molecule found something to react with. Until one day, Earth ran out of places to hide it. For the first time, oxygen began accumulating in the atmosphere. The planet had crossed a chemical boundary. Many ancient organisms could not survive the new world. Some vanished. Others found places where oxygen could not reach. Life had changed the planet, without ever intending to. But the biggest surprise was still to come.
What if Earth's greatest crisis became its greatest opportunity? But oxygen didn't destroy every organism.
A few discovered something extraordinary. Instead of fighting oxygen, they learned to use it. And everything changed. Oxygen unlocked far more energy than life had ever used before. With more energy came new possibilities. Cells became larger, more specialized, more complex. Eventually came plants, animals, and, billions of years later, us. The very molecule that once threatened life had become the fuel for almost every complex organism on Earth. We usually imagine Earth shaping life. But this story reveals something even more remarkable. Life also shaped Earth. Tiny organisms, invisible to the human eye, changed an entire planet.
Every breath you take carries the legacy of an ancient crisis. The oxygen keeping you alive today once transformed the world forever, and that's the hidden system.